Hey everyone, my name is Edelyn Mandriquez and this is my Pecha Kucha project for Education 518. My topic for today is middle schoolers and the social media world, how it affects their communication. While researching this, I found a pretty unique quote or question from Salo Did and Edward Sit. It asked, are websites like Facebook substituting face-to-face social interaction? And this goes beyond Facebook. This includes all of the social media apps that we know of. For those of you who don't know about the social web, some of the social networks or online communities that we are able to interact with each other through, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. We can connect to our friends and family members as well. Here's I think a more common element of a social media page throughout all of the social apps. You have your own personal account and profile. You have friends, followers, groups, hashtags to follow trends on. There's always a news feed. You can always personalize it. You can receive notifications. This just shows you guys how many users use some of these apps. This isn't all of them, it's just some of them. And please note that the date of 2014, so just imagine within 5 years how many more users have created an account. Facebook alone has over 1 billion users. Here are some of the more common apps that are known that you guys use often. You have YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, Pinterest. However, one of the downfalls of social media apps is cyberbullying, and unfortunately, we do have that a lot. See it a lot in the school systems. Social media makes it easy for someone to go on and post a derogative remark or comment on another student's profile picture or page or post or anything like that. So just to make clear that you guys understand what a cyberbully is or what to look for in a cyberbully, if someone has a large amount of social media accounts, if they're being secret about it, if they're making gossip or cruel remarks towards another student towards with their friends, or if they're just being irritable and aggressive and retaliating against rules. Also, you guys need to be aware that some of these apps, for example, if you look at the first one, it's a Meet Me app. It is a social dating media app. You don't know who is on the other side of that conversation. We have a lot of sex trafficking going on, so you guys do need to be aware of that and be careful of some of these apps. This picture, kind of has a lot of truth behind it. They're asking how each other's day went, but they're not really actively engaging in a face-to-face conversation. They're just, hey, how's it was, good, but they're still paying attention. Their main focus is on their social media, their cell phones. Now I want you guys to ask yourselves the question, what is a world without Facebook? What is your world without Facebook? How would your communication and your skills be without Facebook? How would your relationships and friendships be without Facebook? And again, it may not be necessarily a bad thing, that you guys use more uh, interaction with social media than face to face, because you guys are growing with technology. This generation is increasing technology day by day, so you guys form of communication is through social media. Also, this is a picture of a group of friends hanging out, and I quote hanging out because back in my day, hanging out meant, talking to each other, seeing how their day went, who's dating who or who's crushing on who. But if you look at this picture, you guys are just on your cell phones and you're not really actively engaging in a conversation, you're just more engaging in social media. Again, this brings us back to, that's your guys' form of communication now. You guys can tweet, text, Snapchat, Messenger, email, call anybody, and that's your guys' form of communication instead of a face-to-face communication anymore. I think one of the hardest things for us to do is log out of these social media apps, and I say we because we're all guilty of it, including adults, your parents, anybody like that. We're all guilty of, always being addicted to our apps, our cell phones. I Found this cartoon to be quite funny. It says, "Aren't you starting your psych assignment?" And he says, "No, I'm busy doing this photo for Facebook." So he's neglecting his responsibilities of doing homework and instead playing around on social media. So it is a huge distraction. Now this is kind of mimicking Facebook a little bit. Instead of going and posting on somebody's wall, we're actually bringing back the physical part of writing and writing it on an actual wall. This is how social media affects us. It is a huge distraction, just like the previous picture in the cartoon. It's an addiction. We never log out of it. It's always there. It affects our relationships because we spend too much time online instead of with our significant others. It brings down our self-esteem because we compare ourselves to others and materials and things like that. This picture is has a lot of truth behind it. We're always chained to our cell phones. If we leave it at home, if we lose it, we have this huge emptiness inside of us. So, we can't really go a day or even a second without our cell phones. And this quote by Eric James concludes our presentation. It says, "The enemies of social connectivity are silence, disengagement, distance, and abandonment. In the past, how many individuals and families have suffered from these degenerative influences?